Yeah, GFs don't put on the back. They lay out the foreman and the foreman has his bags on with all the workers.
Yeah, if the GF puts his bags on, your ass is in trouble.
Yeah. And the GF.
Yeah, if the GF puts his bags on, you're going home that day. You probably ain't gonna come back.
And a GF don't put on their bags at all.
Now, financial independence is important. Tu finanzas es muy importante. It's really important that you get a hold of your finances, and the time to start is when the amounts are small, right? You hear guys say, "Oh, it's just a few, and it's just a few, and it's just a few pennies," right? Why does it really matter if I only got a few pennies, Daniel? I'm telling you right now, everything matters down to the last penny, right? The financial independence is real, and this is being able to count on yourself, not counting on the company, not counting on anything else. You got to define financial independence for yourself. But for me, it's not counting on anybody else. I do teaching because I like to teach, not because I have to teach. Right, and there's a difference. Lo hago porque me gusta hacerlo, no porque necesito hacerlo. Right, and it's different. Financially independent, it gives you that ability to do that, right? To be a carpenter because you want to and not because you have to, right? And most of you guys have already heard the 7 steps to financial freedom. Save $1,000, get going on the debt snowball, get rid of your debt. And there's these separate steps, the emergency fund with 3 to 6 months of savings. And you make sure you got that set up. And then after that, then it's time to start paying off your house. It's time to start investing. It's time to start thinking about your college for your kids, if you got kids, right? Then it's time to do that, right? But there's this little book out there. It's called The Richest Man. The Richest Man in Babylon. El hombre más rico en toda Babilonia, by George Clason. And this book, this little book, this librito aquí, The Richest Man in Babylon, this is like before biblical times. This is before, and it's super simple to read. It's in story form, so it's financial advice from ancient times. And it's in story form. It's super simple to read. It's super simple to get. It's only like $5 or $6. All right, I can borrow that from my kid. Right? It's easy to get. It's easy to read. It's in story form. It's not like a big secret or anything, but and this is really the secret to success. Like, if it's easy to get and it's easy to read, then why doesn't everybody get it? Why doesn't everybody get it or read it? Because here's the trick, right? What's easy to do is easy not to do, right? It's easy to, just go home and sit on the couch or watch YouTube or whatever. It's easy to do that, right? But what's easy to do is easy not to do. And I take the simple approach. Some do, some don't, right? But the people that do, it says in this book, it says, save at least 10% of everything you make. Save 10% of everything you make. And it says, like, if I had because it's in ancient times, it says if I had a basket of, an empty basket right here, and every morning I put 10 apples in it. And at night, I took out 9 of the apples. And every morning I did this. I put in 10. At night, I took out 9. I put in 10, took out 9. Put in 10, took out 9. Eventually, what would happen at the end of the month? Yeah, you'd be overflowing with apples, right? Same thing will happen with your bank account. When you start living off of night, and humans are weird because our income always meets our desires, or our desires always match our income. Like, it's weird. Like, when we were making a little bit of money, we were okay, right? But now that we're making more, and it's like our desires always match our income, always. But if you're good at budgeting, if you're good at doing stuff like that, what it says is save 10% of everything that you make, right? And for me, it's easy, right? If you get paid everything, you get paid $1,000, I can save 100 out of it. And what it also says, it says that every dollar you save is a willing soldier that will make you more, that will make you more money. Every dollar you save is a willing soldier that will make you more money. It doesn't want to just sit there in your bank account. It wants to buy Bitcoin. It wants to go crypto. It wants to do stuff. It wants to go buy real estate and rent it out. It wants to go buy cars and go sell them. It doesn't want to sit. And every dollar that you save is a willing soldier that will go make you more money. And it says this in this book that's thousands of years old, right? And it still holds true today, right? Because it's true, right? And there's all kinds of little things like this in this book that you can get out of this Richest Man in Babylon. It's beautiful, right? And I tell everybody, I'm like, hey, go get it, go read it, right? It's about this big, like it's such an easy read, man. Like this right here is life changing, right? Now me, I twisted it up a little bit. And you can twist it up to your numbers, right? Because I know not everybody's the same, right? So, Richest Man in Babylon says 10%. I say live off of 70%. Try to learn how to live off of 70% of your income. Okay? 70% of your income. All right? Now, and this is 70% of not gross income. This is your net income, right? Because this is really, net is all you really get to see, right? Because why?
Taxes. Right?
Yeah, you pay taxes, and this is what it says in the Bible. It says pay Caesar first, so we pay our taxes first, boom, and then now we try to live off of 70% of our net.
I hate when people say, you make this much money. Yeah, before fucking taxes.
Right, but you got to be a happy taxpayer, right? We talked about this. It's the goose that lays the golden eggs, and there's lots of benefits to this, right? Because we got the Army, we got the Navy, we got the Marines, we got the Air Force, we got people out there like me and you. We go to work.
Single, no kids.
We go to work and we barbecue on the weekends. We have fun. We party. We do all this stuff. But right now, as I speak, there are people out there fighting for us. Right? And our tax dollars do that, right? So, it kind of upsets me when people don't want to pay taxes. Like we got these, right? But
there's other things.
Yeah. Try to live off of 70% of your net, because that's all you're going to see, right? Be a happy taxpayer. Now, this is easy to teach to kids. Like if you were teaching a kid, you give the kid $1, what do you tell him?
Don't go spend it in one place.
Don't spend it all. Right? You give him $1, you say, don't spend it all. He says, why not? That's my dollar.
It's the only dollar you're gonna get.
I earned it. Why can't I spend it? So then you go, they're visual learners, right? So you go, you get them in your truck, go drive them down to the bad neighborhood and just let them look around. Right? You guys remember seeing that show Scared Straight, where they took them to the jail? Right? Go take them to the bad neighborhood and go drive them around and tell them, hey, this is where people who spend the whole dollar, this is where they live. Okay? Unless you already live there, then just go show them around. All right?
Look at where we live. You like this?
Well, he says, okay, well, Dad, what do I do now? Right? I said, well, live off of 70 cents. You get $1, live off of 70 cents. You can spend 70 cents of it. Have fun. Enjoy your life. Like I'm telling you, and you can enjoy the fruits of your labor with the 70%. And as you grow and you make money, that 70% is just going to grow with you. Like nobody has any idea how much money you can make, but don't make it and spend it all. Save at least something of it, right? But here's what he says. He says, okay, 70%, Dad, what do I do with the other 30 cents? Here's what you do. $10% should go to charity. Just give it away.
Church.
Help somebody that can't help themselves, right? The church calls it tithing. I just call it being a good person, right? Getting good karma for yourself. Giving back to people because, we make good money. Give some of it back. And it's easier to teach a kid to give a dime out of $1 than to give $100 out of 1,000, right? Or 1,000 out of 10,000. It's easier for him to learn, hey, give some, because there's people that are less fortunate than you. Help them out. right? So give some of your money to charity, right? 10%, right? And like I said, if you need to tweak the numbers, I can't give 10% right now, Dan. Then give what you can, right? Give back. Give some way to give back. And what's funny is what you give, it will come back tenfold. And if you're looking to receive, then you don't have to look to receive. Just look to start giving. Look what you can give to other people, and then the receiving will come naturally. That's one of the laws, right? So 10% should go to charity. 10% should go to active capital. Active capital says that you buy a scooter with the wheel broke. You fix the wheel, you paint the scooter, you put it back on the market and make more money. Right? That's active capital. You do the work and you reap the benefits of your rewards, right? Or you teach the kid, right? If he can't fix the scooter, you tell him, hey, go buy a bar of soap for $2 and then go sell it for $3. Right? They get that. That's easy, right? Buy it low, sell it high. That's easy to teach a kid, right? And then he says, all right, well, who's my market? Who do I sell it to? Start with your neighbors, right? Start right down the street, right? Sell it to them. Buy it for $2, sell it for $3, and then once you sell it, you got $1. That's the kid's excited, right? Now he says he's got $1 that he can spend, right? But you tell him, what do you tell him? Don't spend it, right? What happens if you spend all the $3?
Not gonna buy another bar. So.
Yeah, then you're out of business, right? You're out of business. So at least save the $2. But if you got the 3, you bought another bar of soap, you sold it again, now you got 4, and you keep this trend going, right? It's easy for kids to understand that, right? And what the funny thing is too, you bought the first bar of soap for $2. When you buy 10 bar of soaps, it's at a cheaper price. And the kid's like, oh yeah, I get that, I might make more profit, right? So it's easy to teach active capital, right? 10% of this money should go to passive capital. This is Bitcoin. This is Fidelity. This are IRAs. These are
Is that where you have your money? Is Fidelity?
I do, yeah. Fidelity, and then I got TIIA Crep.
Are you trying Vanguard?
Vanguard, yeah, the Vanguard 500 for the small, medium, and large cap. Yeah. Yeah, the IRAs, annuities, this is passive capital. You give the money to a company and they'll pay you back money called interest, right? The safest ones are the ones that don't pay as much, but you're already living good off of your 70%, but use some of this money, that way you can get this money to stack, right? And divide up your dollars, right? And when does it start?
When you retire.
No, when do you got to start with the kid? What if he's already spent the whole dollar? Yeah, you're already screwing up. If he's already spending the whole dollar, you're already messing up, right? Wouldn't that be a good class?
Yeah.
Big old fat shaved guy comes in here, big old fat instructor, right? Got no girlfriend, no money, no nothing, right? And he's throwing it all away. He's 50 years old, and he tells you how he throws it all away. Right? You get out a pen and a piece of paper, you could take notes on what not to do. Right? Wouldn't that be a good class? Right? So tell him, hey, you got to divide the first dollar up, right? You don't want to wait till he's 50 and overweight and broke, right? That's too long, in my opinion, right? So, so there you go, richest man in Babylon. I hope that helps you out a little bit.